I'm a huge fan of One Piece. I love everything about it, including the storytelling and all the interesting stories. I love it. It's a unique universe. I went to go see the movie One Piece Film Red, which was a movie I've been waiting for over a year. When I got to the theater, I was looking to find my seat, and I noticed a huge man giving me a death stare. I thought that was pretty odd. He was 5 rows back from where I was sitting at, and at that moment I felt a little bit uneasy, but I tried to shake that uneasy feeling off so I can enjoy the movie that I waited a year to see. As the movie started, I forgot about the guy, and as the movie got halfway through, I was enjoying myself until I heard someone say,
Yo, One Piece fucking sucks.
and then he continued to say,
I can't see how someone could be interested in this dumbass show. This is garbage. You really want to sit here and watch 1,000+ episodes of the same fucking shit over and over again?
After he got done, I looked at him with a very annoyed look. I was really getting pissed off because he was ruining something that I like. What didn't make any sense to me, if he hated One Piece, why the fuck would he come in the theater and spend his money watching something that he hates? Don't ruin it for other people. That's why I thought to myself. And as I was looking at him, he turned around and looked at me again. I also should have noted that I was the only one besides him in the theater. But he looked at me and he told me,
What the fuck are you looking at? Got a problem about what I said, boy? You mad? Go cry somewhere else, weeb. Look at me like that again, and I'll skin your fucking ass alive.
I ignored him after he said that. I continued to watch the movie, which was a dumb decision, especially what he done to me after the movie was over. When the movie was over, I turned around and looked for that guy, and I didn't see him anywhere. So I thought maybe he left. Maybe he didn't want to be bothered watching this movie anymore. And so I felt a little bit of relief. I got up and I was about to make an exit out of the theater. But when I went towards the exit door, someone jumped on me fast. It was that large, intimidating guy from earlier. He got on top of me and I can feel him crushing me. He started to strangle me and I could feel the life coming out of me. I was so scared. I tried kicking the guy. I tried punching the guy, but he wouldn't let up. And then he said to me while I was going in and out of consciousness,
Don't ever fucking look at me like that again. You ain't shit. Don't ever look at me like that again. I'm gonna show you who's a real man. You fucking piece of shit. I'll kill you. You fucking piece of shit. You think you're better than me, huh? You think you fucking better than me? Huh?
as I was accepting my death, knowing that there was no way to escape, I saw the movie theater door opening and there was a movie theater worker who came and was able to get the guy off of me. And that was the last thing I remember. I woke up in the hospital and I had a few minor injuries, but I was alright. I gave the officers that was there the statement of what happened that day. And they told me the guy that was harassing me was an escaped patient from a mental institution and they were looking for him. I'm just glad that that movie theater worker was able to save my life, because if it wasn't for that worker, I would have been dead. After I got out of the hospital, I went back to that theater and I wanted to thank the guy for saving my life. It was great and it was heroic what he done. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. Next time, whenever you go to a theater, please be aware of your surroundings. And if you feel something is off, go with your instinct. Get out of there, because you may not be lucky like I was. There was an anime convention that me and my girlfriend went to. We decided to dress up as characters from One Piece. She dressed up as Boa Hancock, the snake princess of Amazon Lily, and I, of course, dressed up as the star of the show, Monkey D. Luffy. When we got to the anime convention, we were amazed by everyone's costumes. We took pictures with other console players. My girlfriend, though, noticed a man dressed up as Doflamingo, another character from One Piece. But she noticed that this man was staring at her, with his tongue sticking out. My girlfriend told me about it, and I reassured to her that she was going to be okay and I would keep an eye out on the guy. But I could tell that guy was making my girlfriend very uncomfortable, so I made sure to keep my eyes on that guy. After a while, we forgot about that man, and me and my girlfriend had a very good time. We got to meet voice actors from anime that we watched growing up. We took more pictures with console players, and after a while, me and my girlfriend decided that we were going to pack it up and head home. My girlfriend said to me, "Hey honey, before we leave, let me hit the ladies' restroom real quick." And I replied, "Okay, meet me by the exit once you get done." She nodded her head while running with her thumbs up, saying, "Okay, it won't be too long." As I was waiting for her, a few minutes turned into 20 minutes, and then 20 minutes turned into 45 minutes. I was getting concerned about my girlfriend, so I called her phone, but she didn't pick up. I called her again, and this time her phone went straight to voicemail. Growing concerned that something was off with my girlfriend, I asked a female janitor, could she go in the women's bathroom and check on my girlfriend? She agreed, and she went to go check on her to see if everything was alright. But when she went in the bathroom, not even a few seconds had passed, and the janitor came out screaming. The minute the woman screamed, the few people that were left at the convention ran towards the women's bathroom. I also ran there as well, and was hoping this had nothing to do with my girlfriend, but apparently it was. Laying down on the floor with what looked like a stab wound, my girlfriend was laying there lifeless and pale. I started to yell myself. I was asking my girlfriend, was she okay? Will she be alright? I was trying to wake her up, but she was going in and out of consciousness. Luckily, there were a few console players there who were doctors, and they called 911, and while they were waiting on the ambulance, those console players who were doctors were able to put pressure to her wound until the AMTs arrived. When they arrived, they took my girlfriend in, and they had started surgery on her immediately. Luckily, she was able to survive. The cops asked her what happened, and this is what she told them. While going to the women's bathroom, she noticed something seemed off. When she walked into the women's bathroom, she noticed the lights cut out and cut back on, and she noticed that the door was locked too, from inside out. She turned around, and it was that guy from earlier who was dressed up as the character Doflamingo. He looked at her and sticked his tongue out. He tried to get on top of her and do some things that I can't even repeat, but when she resisted him, he grabbed his knife and stabbed her twice, one in the chest and one in the ribs. She was in pain, and she couldn't even handle the excruciating amount of blood loss, so she passed out. And before he could finish her off, that's when the janitor came in and started screaming. The other people left in the comic convention came in and helped the girl. One of the other ones held the guy down until police arrived. It's been about a year since that happened. The guy who attacked my girlfriend, he's in jail. Meanwhile, a couple of years later, me and my girlfriend tied the knot and she became my wife. But I will say this, after that traumatic experience my wife faced, she's no longer a fan of One Piece and will never step foot at another anime convention again. I've always heard my friends talk about how good One Piece is and how it's peak fictional. My goal was to buy at least the first 900 chapters of One Piece, but that was going to cost a lot of money. So I let it alone for a while, but it wasn't until something popped up on my Facebook feed of a guy selling 930 chapters of One Piece. The price was unreal. He was only charging $40 for 930 chapters of One Piece manga. Now, right then and there should have been some red flags, because obviously this was too good to be true, and it was. I'm about to get to that right now. So at the time, I didn't pay attention because I was desperate to get my hands on any One Piece manga I possibly could. So I direct messaged this guy who was selling the One Piece mangas, and immediately he replied back. I gave him my information, he gave me his information, and he told me that I should come over to his place to get it. That way it could save him the trip because he didn't have a car. And so I agreed. The next day, I drove over to his house. But the house I drove to looked it abandoned. I had to double make sure that this was the right address he gave me, and it was. I didn't question it, which I should have, but my mind was so focused on getting those One Piece mangas for $40. So I walked it towards the house and knocked on the door. I didn't hear nothing at first. I knocked again, and this time the door opened, but there was no one behind the door that opened it. But I went in anyway, which was a dumb decision. When I went in, I texted the guy and told him that I was already here. He replied by saying that he was upstairs and that he would be down momentarily. And so I waited. As I looked around the house, I noticed there was no furniture. As I looked around even more, I realized that the house was in terrible shape. But what really threw me off was a foul stench in the air. It smelled like rotten meat and death. As I looked around the house even more, I noticed that there were a bunch of stains on the wall, red stains. Automatically, I knew that it was blood. Suddenly, I had the urge to use the bathroom, and I called out to the guy and asked him, "Hey, do you know where your bathroom is at? I really have to go. I've been holding it for about 2 hours already." After I asked the question, the guy replied back by text and said the bathroom is 3 doors down. So I hurried to the bathroom, and when I got in the bathroom, I discovered something horrifying. When I cut on the lights, I saw 3 corpses in the bathtub immediately when I walked into the bathroom. The tub was in front of me. That's how I was immediately able to see the corpse. And as I looked around the bathroom trying to hold my vomit, I noticed there was a ton of blood everywhere. Not only that, I noticed I saw a chainsaw and a bunch of knives in the toilet and in the sink. Fuck this shit, I'm out of here, I said to myself as I was running out of the house, trying to call 911. As I was trying to grab my phone, I heard footsteps running after me and a man yelling behind me. When I heard that, I ran even faster. I was able to make it to my car and I drove off. I called 911 immediately and the cops arrived in 5 minutes. When I got back to the scene, I told the cops everything about how I was lured into that abandoned house and what I discovered. The cops looked around and unfortunately they never found the man. He's still roaming around free, probably trying to lure his next victim in by using their love for anime. But I'm here to give you a warning right now. Listen to my story and take it very serious. If you see something that's too good to be true, it is. Learn from me. Don't trust everything you see on the internet. If you're going to meet up with someone, have a couple of people with you just for your safety. And second of all, if you see something that's too good to be true, it is. I can't help but feel bad for those 3 people that lost their lives, probably had been fooled the same way I was. Hello everyone, thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel and cut on all notification bell. Please also like and share this video. Also, follow me on all my social media platforms. The link will be down below. And if you're able to, please consider donating something to my Cash App or PayPal. This helps me to keep the channel going, and it helps me to create more videos and get more equipment so I can make good videos for you guys to enjoy. Thank you very much. Mr. Creepy as Hell, signing out.